Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Kutti Story. My name is Jashwant and I thank you so much for my first video response. If you haven't watched it, I'll provide a link in the description. Please take time and watch it. Today's topic is gonna be a bit interesting. Let's begin our show. We all know that on November 9th, 2019, the Supreme Court gave its verdict on Ayodhya Ram Temple. Let's discuss what exactly happened. On 9th November 2019, Supreme Court announced their judgment on constructing Rama Temple in Ayodhya. Yes, do you know what exactly happened? What all this issue? Let's discuss in detail. But 72 years ago, many people are fighting in India. Why they are all fighting? What happened exactly? What makes them fight for something? Let's discuss when it all started. 2.77 acres. Yes, this 2.77 acres is in Uttar Pradesh, Faziabad district in Ayodhya city. For this 2.77 acres, all Hindus and Muslims, all people in India are fighting for that. The mosque and the Ram temple are constructed in 2.77 acres. Let's discuss what all happened around this. These three central boards are claiming that these 2.77 acres belongs to their property. Number one, Sunni Central Waqf Board. This represents Muslim community people who are claiming that from long time they are doing their prayers in the mosque. So this place, this 2.7 acres must belongs to them. And number two, Vishwa Hindu Parishad. Vishwa Hindu Parishad is the organization basically represent all Hindu people in India. They are claiming that Rama was born in Ayodhya. That is 100% true. According to Ramayana, Rama is born in Ayodhya. So since Rama temple was there in 2.77 acres, this land is completely belongs to construct Rama temple. Number 3, Nirmodi Akhara. This team or this organization basically represent the priests who are doing the pujas from the very beginning of Rama temple constructed over there. These people are saying that Rama temple was there from the beginning, so whatever the income generated from this land should belongs to them and they must have authority of this place. And all three organizations are claiming that this property and this 2.77 acres land must belongs to them. Let's see why these three organizations people are claiming around this 2.77 acres. If you really want to know what exactly happened, we have to go 500 years back to the Mughal dynasty. Let's get back to some history now. In 1528, Mughal king Babur passed instructions to construct mosque in the place of Rama temple. Back in 1850, this is the year which the conflict between Hindus and Muslims has started. Both are claiming that this land belongs to them. So the government of British India, they constructed the wall or fence between the mosque and temples and continued to allow people to do their prayers. The interesting thing happened in 1949. Post-independence, some people entered into the mosque and placed Rama and Sita idols in the mosque. Then immediately Muslim people went to police station, filed a complaint against this, and police came by there and seized the entire place. 1959, 1961, 1964. In these all years, the case was going on in the court and everyone was waiting for their judgment and everyone claiming their demands to the court. In 1995, Vishwa Hindu Parishad filed a case to allow Hindu people to do their prayers. Well, court granted permission and then started people entering into the temple and doing their prayers. 1992 December 6. This is the day the major conflict took place in India. Well, on that day, over 1.5 lakh people gathered on the 2.77 acres in Ayodhya, conducted by Vishwa Hindu Parishad and some Bharatiya Janata Party leaders to claim this place must belongs to Rama, to construct Rama temple. Well, this was going very smoothly, but at 12:30, some people entered into the mosque by breaking the barriers. Within 3 hours, they demolished entire mosque to the ground. This burns throughout the India. In Bangladesh, Mumbai, Delhi, these are all started major riot in the India. Over 2,000 people lost their lives in this riot. Well, this organization claimed their land in 2010. Allahabad High Court provided their judgment to share the 2.77 acres between three organizations equally. Well, nobody likes the judgment and they went to Supreme Court. Well, Supreme Court gathered all available evidences to provide their verdict. The first evidence is they have the clear evidence that the Muslim and Hindu people both are doing prayers from the very long time. And they have proof that the 2.77 acres is registered under the name of Sri Rama. And there is a clear proof that people in India demolished the Babur Masjid to the ground on December 6, 1992. Well, Supreme Court assigned Archaeology Survey of India to investigate whether the mosque is constructed on the Rama temple or not. Well, Archaeology department done their research and finally came up with a report saying that they have found some sculptures under the mosque, but there is no clear evidence that mosque is constructed on the Rama temple. Well, Nirmodi Akara team doesn't have any right in the Rama temple. With the permission of state government or central government. Third point, Nirmodi Akara team doesn't have any right to involve in constructing Rama temple. Or they don't have any right to get the income generated from the 2.77 acres. If government allows or if government permits, they can be part of central trust which they are constructing Rama temple. This is the verdict Supreme Court announced to the people of India about Rama temple constructed in Ayodhya. Yes, we all won. We Indians won the verdict. Do you think why constructing Rama temple is so important for Indians? Do you think why? Why Rama is so precious to Indian peoples? Well, let's discuss. Let's investigate this. We all know that Rama is 7th avatar of Sri Vishnu. Let's see that Rama is now a king. Yes. If we see clearly to Rama's life is not super successful. But it's combination of series of disasters, series of failures in his life. When Dasharatha announced Rama will be the next king of Ayodhya, entire Ayodhya people are happy and celebrating the crowning ceremony. On the very same day, on the request of Kaikeyi, Dasharatha sends Rama to the forest. Let's see, if you are going to be king in an hour and you are sent to forest for 14 years, well, he built himself an army and went to Sri Lanka and fought the war and finally won his wife. After killing Ravana, Rama did 1 year penance for killing Ravana. Lakshmana comes and asks, why you are doing all this? He kidnapped your wife. Why you are showing this much of respect for killing him? You know what Rama replied? Yes, well, he kidnapped my wife. He is an evil guy, but he is a great devotee of Lord Shiva. He constructed thousands and lakhs of temples of Lord Shiva in Sri Lanka. So I killed a devotee, so I am paying for that in kind of penance. This is something which is not normal in any king. This is the thing we are exactly bowing down to him. This is the thing which make Rama as God. We are not bowing down to the Rama because he is a super king. We are bowing down to the Rama because he has super godly nature qualities within him. We are bowing down to the quality, not the person. We must be very fortunate that we are going to witness the Rama temple in Ayodhya. On August 5, 2020, the inauguration of Ram temple in Ayodhya conducted by Shri Narendra Modi ji. Here comes the end of the video. If you like my explanation, please like, share and comment below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. My name is Jeshwant. I thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.